It's George, and I'm back again. And I'm here as a non-expert to show you what the experts have not uncovered. All right, we're going to go here. This is a map of the United States, okay? It shows the meteorite finds for each state. Now, doing my research, I figured something out here because I'm pretty sure that I'm on the right path. Okay. Woodland, Washington has no meteorites whatsoever, is what they're trying to tell me. Okay. But we'll go to the map up here. Woodland, Washington is directly straight across from Livingston, Montana. Okay, now what's so special about Livingston, Montana? Well, Livingston, Montana is where there's a meteorite find. And if you look Woodland to Freda, North Dakota, Arlington, Minnesota, Iron River, Michigan, Mount Morris, New York, and Colby, Wisconsin, they are all directly in line with Woodland, Washington. And they all have meteorite finds. But people are saying, no, Woodland, Washington don't have no meteorites. And this is what I'm trying to explain. Now, there is a pattern here, and I'm going to show the pattern. Here we are, bear with me. Tacoma is a meteorite find. Waterville, Withrow, Albion, and Colton. And look how high up in the state they are and how bunched up together they are. For just the meteorites that they found. Okay, that's Washington State. We'll move over to the next one. This is Montana. Illinois Gulch, Lombard, Livingston, Harlowton, Roundup, and Two Dot. If you look at all of these, they're all basically bunched up. There isn't anything up here or anything down. It's all basically in the same spot. Now, why is that? We'll go to the next state. It's a little bit more spread out here. All these are meteorite finds. But you'll understand the point that I'm getting to here in a minute. Now this is Michigan. Okay? It's a little bit more spread out, but they're still basically grouped and they've been found real close together. Now, I'm going back here. This is Woodland. Tacoma's right about up here. If you take and you draw a straight line across here, you'll find that most of the meteorite sightings are pretty much in the same vicinity. If you draw a line from Tacoma all the way over to Michigan, there's like a line, I'll show you when I get to the bottom, okay? There's like a line that comes down here, and it comes down here, and it goes around, and it goes back up. And I'll show you how I know this. Now, we're going to go to Texas. Look at how all the meteor finds are all bunched up. Some of them are almost stacked up on top of each other. If what I think happened is the 1833 meteor shower dumped a lot of these meteorites. And most of these are probably from the 1833 one. which means the center of the debris field when it was coming down would have been like right here. That's why you have a bunch down here and you have a bunch down there above it, but they're all basically bunched up together. And it's the same in every state as you go across. There's bunches. California has a bunch of them in the same spot at the bottom. We go back here to... There was a find in Tacoma. Okay, you follow Tacoma down, it's almost straight to Woodland, Washington. Then from Woodland, Washington, in Oregon, West Lynn, Sam's Valley, and Klamath Falls all had meteorite finds. Okay, West Lynn and Sam's Valley are in a straight line. Klamath Falls is off to the side a little bit. Which is to be expected, because meteorites aren't going to fall in a straight line. Anyways, you follow that down and it comes around, because some of the meteorites that I found, the majority of the meteorites in California are in this lower part. And then you draw a line through here and you go through all the bundled up, bunched up meteorites that everybody has in their states. And this is the number, and this is the amount of meteorites per state. Now, I seem to think that by my figuring and my looking up, I had to look up every single state. I can't get a whole map with all the meteorite finds on it. I believe that the meteorite from 1833, the debris field, goes across here because of the amount of the number of meteorites down through here and around like a big circle, like it exploded in the sky. And then it goes back up. Now, why are the numbers higher here, 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 and here? Much easier terrain to find a meteorite in, or even a space rock. Much easier terrain. Up here, very tough. Across the top of the United States, very tough to find them. But I do believe that they're there, and I do believe that some of these numbers up here could be as high as these numbers down here. It's just people don't know where to look at, don't know what to look for. But if I keep coming up with what I'm coming up with, the 1833 meteor shower, a lot of rocks did get through. Some of them will be metal, some will be partial metal, some of them will be whole rocks. And this is what I'm trying to explain to people. And there is a pattern here. If the experts want to look it up, like I did, there is a pattern. Now, how you get so many meteor finds in the same spot over a period of a couple hundred years, how do you get so many of them in the same spot if they were all dumped at the same time? This is the point that I'm trying to get across. I honestly believe. And if it was like a firework, it exploded in one area and it branched out, everything's pretty much going to come down in the same spot. Not exactly, though. You're going to have meteorites that will fall inside or outside of the main place where they're coming down, because not all meteorites will fall in a direct line. But there is a pattern here on what I'm trying to show people. Now, we'll go here. Here's two more rocks that I found. And oh yes, they're rocks. Here we go. Look at this one. That's rusted solid on the inside. That's metal. Okay? It has a rocky outside, but when you pull it open like that, that's metal. It's rusted. Yeah, earth rocks rust. I know. And that's a green, and this is a light green, but what kind of a rock is this? The colors, the shapes, and the sizes. The colors, the shapes, and the sizes of all the rocks and everything that I'm finding is bizarre, and it's beyond me. But if I'm correct, where there have been meteorite finds, you should be able to go to that spot and you should be able to find other meteorites in that spot not far off from where they're at. People go by the knowledge that they've been taught. And in this case, if what I'm saying is correct, you can't go by the knowledge. You've got to think space rock to meteorite to find some of these things. There really isn't much more that I can say. If I had the equipment, things would come out better. But like I said, I'm not an expert. I don't have $1 million equipment. And for the people that are supporting me, or the people that believe me, and the people that are subscribing, I thank you. But there is something going on here, and it really should be looked at. Like I said, there's probably meteorites out there for everybody. Enough to go around. But you got to be able to hunt them. You got to be able to know what you're looking for. And that's all I have to say.